One of the most important things you can do in your life, in your career, to make everything better, to make you progress faster, to make you become an incredible construction professional, is to raise your standards. This is really important because in today's world, good is not good enough anymore, okay? Today's world, we have to be better than we've done previously to get the results that we want, okay? And a lot of people want to progress. They're trying to work hard, but they're not getting very far. And I wanted to outline a strategy in today's video to explain to you how you can unlock the next level for yourself and how you can raise your standards and why you must raise your standards, okay? So let's begin by saying that poor standards do not get you very far. Okay, I think you would definitely agree with this one. Poor standards do not get you very far. Let's say if you've got kids and you have poor standards with your kids, you're gonna let them do whatever they want. They might smoke weed, they might take drugs, they might do bad things, they might break things, they might, beat people up. If you let your kids have poor standards, they can go wild and do bad things. If you have poor standards in your relationship, you're going to get a poor result, right? Your partner is going to leave you if you have poor standards in your relationship, right? If you do a poor job, right? If you're not very good at your job, if you're a low performer and you do a poor job, you could get fired, right? Poor standards in your career today mean that you can get fired because the world is so competitive today, more than any other time in human history, that even if you're good, you're still getting poor results, okay? If you're poor today, the company will fire you and they will find someone better to do. So we all need to raise our standards much more than we even think, because people are raising their standards, but they're still not getting the results they want, okay? Let me move on to good. So if you're a good student, right, you think that you're going to get good results. So 10, 20 years ago, if you'd put in a good performance or if you had a good standard, you think you're going to get a good result. But in today's ultra competitive world, you actually get poor results because everything's so competitive. So if you do a good job at work, you probably will end up with only poor results because other people are getting better really fast. We're competing against AI now. We're competing against robots. We're competing against remote workers, right? If your company can do something cheaper, it eventually will, okay? It will outsource people to do it cheaper because economics is always gonna prevail over everything else. So you need to raise your standards to make sure that you do not get fired and you reach a very good level in your career, right? So most of Western society has taught us to be good. This is the general theme across everyone, even the way I've been raised. Be a good person, be a good parent, be a good husband, be a good student, be good at your job, find a good job. Everything is good, 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 good. But today, good equals poor results, okay? So if you've got poor standards, you get poor results. If you've got good standards, you still get poor results. The next step after that is to have higher standards. And this is what raising the standard is. The next standard after good is excellent. If you put in an excellent performance, if you have excellent standards, in today's ultra competitive world, you only get good results. That's crazy, right? You get a level before. Even if you put in an excellent performance, excellent standards, you only get good results. The only level where you can match the output and the input is outstanding. So if you have an outstanding input, you get an outstanding output. Outstanding performance, outstanding standard gives you an outstanding result, okay? So if you're doing a good job at the moment, you need to move to the next level, which is excellent. And the level of excellence and outstanding is where achievers are. It's where the high performers are. It's where we want to take you. We want to move you from a poor standard to a good standard to an excellent standard and then to an outstanding standard. And the way you do that is by raising your standards, by being aware of what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and raising the standard. Say, okay, I've only done a good job. I need to do an excellent job because in today's world, excellent is only giving me a good result. So let's think about the Olympics for a second, right? Every 4 years, someone breaks the world record. Someone gets a personal best, they break the world record, they run faster, they jump higher. Why is that? Why is that possible? Because the standard has been raised, okay? So someone comes in, they raise the standard. Usain Bolt comes in and says, I'm gonna run at 9.54 or 64, whatever he ran it at, right? And he's raised the standard. Then everyone else has to catch up to raise that standard. If they want to win the gold medal, if they win the Olympics, they've got to try beat that level. Someone has jumped this high, someone else is going to have to jump even higher to be even better in 4 years' time, right? So the way to think about all of these things and in your profession, in your career, is number one, pick the standard. That's the first thing you have to do, okay? you have to be honest with yourself and say, okay, I think I'm only a poor or a good standard at the moment. I need to move towards excellent or outstanding. So that's the first thing, is to admit where you are, okay? Then the second is to pick what you want to be. So let's say you want to be outstanding, or let's say you want to be excellent, right? You've got to pick that and you've got to commit to that. Then the second is to get the skills necessary so you can get that standard. So the way you improve your standard, and this is my way of doing it, this is the way I like to teach people how to do it, is to find people who you admire, who you think are already an excellent or an outstanding, and either, if you've got access to them, say, please may I have some time with you? I would like to find out what skills, what traits you have that I can develop to get to your level, right? If you do not know what excellent or outstanding is, you won't be able to bridge that gap. You might be here, you need to figure this out, right? So figure out what this level is by finding people or joining our platform like Construction Mastery, because we've got the experts, we've got the tools, the tactics. We'll show you what this level is, we'll show you where you are, and we'll show you how to close that gap. It's really important to understand this point, right? So pick that level, find out where you are, be honest with yourself, and then close the gap. Find out the skills you need to develop to be able to close that gap. It's really as simple as that. But the first thing you must do is raise your standards in the industry, because today's world is so competitive that you have to be better than you thought you are to get the result that you want, okay? And then the next is to figure out truthfully who you are and then fill in the gaps of your knowledge. I hope that video helped you. There's an ebook below, you can download it. It's free and it's amazing and it will help you out so much. Have the best day, and we'll catch you guys in another video. Bye.